Hello guys, MikuChibi here and welcome to my updated Underground Labyrinth guide. I wanted to make a new video guide for Underground Labyrinth since we have now a new level, Underground B2 with new skill releaser and a new Integral Series Shield called Fermat. So this video will mostly cover the Underground Labyrinth, skill releaser and how to farm and get the new shield and other stuff. I will put timestamp for each chapter so you can just jump to the one you are more interested in. Underground Labyrinth is a permanent labyrinth which you can unlock after completing floor 100 story. You can find it in Black Iron Palace where you can talk with the NPC. When you enter the underground, you will not be able to use any crystal healing pots, including pots that also heal your party or any revive crystal. If you die, you will return to the same spot as we spoke with the NPC to enter the underground. Lastly, you can't enter with your assist party. There are two levels or floor in Underground Labyrinth, B1 and B2. To unlock B2, you have to complete the quest Underground Labyrinth B1 trial, which you will automatically accepting after completing floor 100 story. In B1, you will find a lot of monsters that can drop skill releaser at random, but these monsters are really strong. There are 3 mobs in B1, Rumiraf, Dancing Bat, and Axum Boar. They have 5 million HP with 50% element resistant except for blunt and fire. So make sure you have high stun resistance because the boar can be really annoying when they stun you. There is also a boss that randomly spawns. The name of the boss is Bray Harbinger that has crazy stats. 1 million HP, 30k defense, and it also has 100% element resistant except for blunt and fire, 100% crit resistant. Not only that, it also has break gadget and kills recollection. So you want to avoid fighting the boss or it can defeat everyone that he has aggro onto. If you manage to defeat Brave Harbinger, you will get more item releaser from it. In B2, there are Ground Shell, Glaring Shrewman and Army Lycan. They will have 10 million HP and 50% element resistant except for Trust and Wind. Army Lycan can give you Bloodshed debuff which does damage per tick and lower your evasion rates. Like in B1, there is also a boss in B2 that spawns randomly, Venom Cockatrice, and you can see the stats. 1.5 billion HP, 30k defense, 200% crit resistant, 100% element resistant except for Trust and Wind, and 500% element resistant. Same as Harbinger, it also has break gadget and kills recollection. In both Underground B1 and B2, there are subquests that you can accept from the NPC that allows you to acquire skill releaser and more by hunting the monster. The special thing about Underground Labyrinth is that you can fight the monster along with other players in the same field other than your own party or guild members. That means you can deal damage to the monster and be eligible to get the drop from the monster if another player kills it. You can also level up your weapon speed as long as you hit the mobs once. By that, I mean you can level up your weapon speed really fast because you gain 100 weapon speed for each mob kill for 200 weapon and 200 weapon speed for one-handed weapon without the shield. Since other player can hit the mobs too, that means you guys are able to defeat the mobs faster and gain the drop and weapon speed at the same time. So this is a win-win situation. Equip any AoE skill for the weapon you want to level up and start farming. Also, there is a chance that one or more chests spawn which you should try to go to and open to get more item releaser. But there is also a chance that you can get a trap chest which spawns more monster on you and start attacking. Just don't be like this guy that made his team die. The best way to farm both skill releaser and weapon XP in B1 is to group with other players in one spot. Usually the spot to go to is when you go once, which you will see most of the time when player gathers there. That is because there are no boars so you can get stunned by them. Stay there and keep using your AoE skill. Make sure you also equip any AoE skill that can heal you when you use your skill or when you use your switch. Or you can also equip passive that either auto heal you or when you use your switch. Also, it's also recommended to have at least one stun resistant passive and one on your ring so you get less stunned. If you want to farm even more weapon XP and want more chance to get skill releaser, you can go around to other spots and gather the monster by aggro them and walk towards the usual spot. Because the boss spawn randomly, there is a chance that the boss spawn on top of you and have a chance to kill everyone if no one is distracting it. If you have the chance, aggro it, take it away to another spot, and you can then run back to the usual spot and farm. The boss will get stuck into the wall, but sometimes it can glitch out from the wall and spawn again on top of you and other players. It will though despawn once the timer is out and you guys can keep farming more safely. For B2, you'll be doing the same method as B1 but in the middle instead. The Integral Series Shield Fermat is the newest shield that many players want. You can produce Fermat by gathering materials that you acquire in Underground Labyrinth B2. You will need 2 Cockatrice Protection Stone and 200 Distinctive Rock. The Cockatrice Protection Stone is dropped by the boss Venom Cockatrice, and there are 2 ways to get it. Yet an extremely rare drop from the boss when dealing damage that is over 1% of the max HP. Since it has 1.5 billion HP, you will need to deal at least 50 million damage to have a chance to get the extreme rare drop, the Cockatrice Protection Stone. The other way is that to get a rare drop from the boss when dealing damage that is over 0.1% of the max HP or produced from 200 Cockatrice Protection Stone piece. So you have to deal at least 1.5 million damage to have a chance to get a Cockatrice Protection Stone piece, which you can also get by opening treasure chest with a small percentage chance. After getting 200 Cockatrice Protection Stone pieces, you can produce the Cockatrice Protection Stone. Use the same way you do for crystal when you're crafting your chaos armor. The more damage you deal to the boss, the higher chance you will get the rare drop when you defeat it. For the Instinctive Rock, you have a chance to get them by defeating monster in Underground Labyrinth B2, and the boss is not included. So, farming for the new shield will take a while, so do not rush it and be patient with it. With the new introduction of Skill Releaser that was released on 22nd March 2023, many players are wondering what releaser are and what they can do for this game. Skill Releaser are items that can increase your damage on your skills. Burst, Mod, Awakening, any type of skill will yet increase damage as long as you fulfill the specific skill requirement. And there are different types of item releaser for all weapon types that fulfill the specific skill requirement. So far, we have this item releaser. If you are wondering what skill record has this animation, you can use the Discord bot UI, where you can type the command of the animation you want to look for. For example, if you want to know what skill has the shower animation on Rapier, just type if SR skill shower, and you will show all the skill with that animation. If you haven't joined the Discord community, I will put the link in the bio. You might have noticed that they don't have all the item releaser for other skill with different animation, but you don't need to worry because they will add more in the future, so for now we can farm for these instead. Each skill releaser has different power modifier multiplier, depends on what releaser it is. There are 300, 400, 500, 600, 800 and 1000 damage modifier. So far there is only one item releaser that has 100% damage modifier, which is the resonate animation on sword. You can keep up 500 of this skill releaser except for resonate and raid, where you can only keep up to 300. It is really simple to activate skill releaser. The only thing you need to have is the item releaser that you get from the mobs in Underground Labyrinth and have the skill that meet the requirement to use the skill releaser. For example, I have skill releaser Sinke, so I need a Sinke skill, which is going to be my water mod skill Yuki. So when you equip your skill, it's going to ask you if you want to equip the skill releaser, which you press use. You will notice that the skill has cyan circle above the skill, which indicate that you have the releaser activated. So here you can see when I use our normal skill without any item releaser. And this is with a skill releaser. And this also works on Switch. Once you use a skill releaser, you will consume one item release that you are using. Here is some other stuff that you need to know. Koharu and your assist character cannot use skill releaser. Skill record linked to a connect skill are not consumed and do not increase damage even if set to use. When you're affected by seal item debuff, skill releaser will not be consumed and the damage will not be increased. The maximum number of skill releaser that can be held depends on the type of skill releaser. Now you know what skill releaser is and how to use them. And that is the end of Underground Labyrinth guide with skill releaser. I hope this video was helpful, and if it did, please leave a like on the video and share it with your friends or guildmates so they can learn more about the Underground and the skill releaser. And if you have any question to me, let me know in the comments and I will try my best to answer them as long as it is about the skill releaser or the Underground. And that's for me. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys on the next video guide. Take care now and peace.